excited for me? Yeah! Because I'm very excited for multiple reasons. First of all, believe it or not, I didn't realize this until I checked my watch, that today, March 17th, marks the 19th year of me being in network marketing with one company, which I will no longer be with at the end of next month because I am retiring to do full-time coaching with all these wonderful people that are doing that, which is my passion now. So this is 19 years I've been in the business, and I have the opportunity of doing something I have not done in 10 years, which is share my story and my journey of network marketing and what I had to go through to build a business. In fact, there is nobody in this room, including Barbara, that has ever heard my story. And so I am very excited to share this with you. And my hope is to do a few things. I want to inspire you, I want to encourage you, and I want to do what the message title is, which is make sure that you never give up. Because how many of you in here, let's be honest, we're adults, how many of you in here have come to a point where you question whether you even want to keep going in a business like this? Okay, listen, if you haven't, you're lying if you're not raising your hand. Because I quit every single day. Mentally, in my mind, I quit every day. But here's the great thing. I never physically gave in to what I was thinking. Because network marketing is challenging. You're going to have some challenges along the way. So I'm going to walk you through my journey in the time that I have. My journey started obviously 19 years ago. I was a real estate broker, and I was working out here in Palm Desert at an investment firm. I did hard money loans. That was my specialty. And I realized something I did not know. Is as a real estate broker, I was getting broker and broker by the day. And I was like, this is not what I got into. I don't know what is going on here. So I get a call one day at my office from this guy, giving me one of these prospecting routines. Oh, hi, can I speak to Jerry Rosenthal, please? See, that's him. This is me. Yeah, hi, Jerry. My name is Sean Brown. You don't know me, but I got your name from a friend of mine at the gym. I'm thinking at the gym, dude, I haven't been at the gym for like 3 years. What gym? And I'm like, oh, he's doing the prospecting thing. Okay. So he says, I just want to know if you keep your options open. I said, yeah, sure. What do you do? I do finance. I said, great, come on down. So he comes down to my office, and so I'm sitting at the front desk, and in walks this sharp-dressed African-American guy. I mean, just dressed in a suit. And I looked at him, and I started getting intimidated. And I thought, wow, this guy must be rolling in the dough. So I said, how you doing? He says, I'm Sean, I'm Jerry. He says, I said, come on into my little conference room. So we go and we sit down, and my goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. This guy sits down, and he takes out his presentation, and he says, yeah, I want to show you what we do. So, as you can see here, this guy is shaking like I have never seen him. He's doing one of these things, and I'm looking at him going, oh my word. And then he does that, you know, that lip smack, you know, where you cannot open your mouth. And I looked at him and I said, dude, would you like a glass of water? He said, yeah. He says, can you please? So I go get him water. The guy guzzles it like he's been walking in the desert for 40 years. And I mean, this guy was horrible. I was explaining to him how his presentation worked. And so at the end of the presentation, he says, well, what did you think? Okay, well, number one, let me teach you something. Don't ever ask somebody what they think. That's the wrong question to ask somebody. But he asked me, and I said to him, well, you know what, that's a great presentation. What's the next step? And I had to do one of these things. Sean. I think I was the first person that ever said to him, I was interested. So he said, we got to go to a meeting in Rancho Cucamonga. I said, okay, great, we'll do that. And so he walks out of there, and I said, man, this guy stinks. I said, if this guy's making money, I'm going to be a millionaire. And so that is where I'm going to teach you 7 principles of success in this business as I go through my story. So this is principle number 1 I want you to understand. Okay? You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. We get so caught up in what we're going to say. And I've got to memorize this. And I've got to say everything perfectly. Listen, I was the right person. And he said all the wrong things to me. But because I was the right person, I caught what was going on. So when you're out there talking to people, building your business, understand, don't get so caught up in the words, because 93% of effective communication is nonverbal. 38% of communication is tonality, 55% is your physiology, and only 7% of effective communication is words. So what do we focus on more? The words. And that's the least of effective communication. So as bad as he was, I was the right guy. So I went to the meeting in Ontario. This was way back in 1992. I got excited by what I saw. Didn't understand a bloody thing. Mutual funds, life insurance. I didn't know anything about that. But I decided it made sense. I could make a lot of money. I got involved. And in March, I got licensed to do the business. And of course, here's what happens. How many of you realize just how much your family and friends really love you? When you get into network marketing and they start telling you things like, you're going to talk about finances, you can rub two pennies together, who are you going to talk to? Who's going to listen to you? Thanks for the encouragement, really. So I said, obviously I can't count on my family and friends, so Sean and I decided to do, we had a brainstorm. We said, we're going to go do a financial education seminar. So we decided we're going to print out these flyers, and what we're going to do is we're going to go walk the streets of Cathedral City between 10 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock in the morning, passing out flyers on the doors of people's homes, so when they woke up in the morning, they'd have a flyer going, oh, a financial workshop, buddy, let's go to this. So we go at 10 o'clock at night in Cathedral City, walking up and down the street. Sean's on one side, I'm on the other, and we're just walking, putting things there, we're waving, hey, how you doing? All right, okay, good. And we're walking around, I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? So as we're walking down the street, I'm walking, and I notice on the side, I'm like, whoa, there's this huge Rottweiler sitting in a driveway. Now, I couldn't tell if it was on a leash, and I didn't want to scream to Sean because I thought if I screamed, it's going to scare the dogs and run after him. So Sean walks up, and he stops. And the dog is just looking at him, salivating. And I said, oh, I hope that dog don't like dark meat. And he didn't, because the dog looked at me and started chasing after me down the street. And here I am, look, this big old Rottweiler's coming at me at 11:30 at night. I'm running down the street. I mean, you've never seen a white guy run as fast as I did. Flying down the street, this guy had a wall, a brick wall. I had to jump up on this brick wall, and Sean's on the floor laughing and rolling around. And I'm thinking, what am I doing out here at 11 o'clock at night? So we didn't think anything of it. Well, here's what happened. We started getting calls. Hey, we're interested in coming. We found this flyer. We're interested in coming to your financial workshop. We're like, whoa. So at the end of the day, 54 people called and said, we're coming to your workshop. Wow. So we're already counting the money. Woo, we're going to be millionaires by this. Awesome. So I call my upline, George. George makes $500,000 a year. He lives in Rancho. He says, don't worry. So I'll say, well, I'll come down and help you guys. We're like, oh, we got the big gun coming down. This is awesome. Our first seminar. So we get to the room that night, and there's a room similar to this, and we set up all the chairs. The meeting starts at 7 o'clock, and we're waiting. George comes down dressed in his nice suit. We're like, oh, George, that's awesome. I said, look, we got 54 people. Let me ask you a question. How many of you had parties where people confirmed? Okay. 54 people. They're going to show up. 6:30. Oh, they're coming. I know. They'll be here. 7 o'clock comes around. We have 6 people show up. Me, Sean, George, my parents, and his wife. That's what we have. Nobody showed up. 54 people, and Sean and I are upset. This stinks. I can't believe this. And you know what George told us to do? George says, well, you know what? Go do your presentation anyway. I says, for who? For you? You already know it. He says, yeah, but you know what? It's a great chance for you to practice. And so we got up there, begrudgingly did our presentation, and then afterwards sobbed our eyes out because we started doing the same thing most people do. I stink. Is this really for me? Should I really do this? I don't know. Well, let me give you principle number 2 to success in network marketing. If I get my phone to work. Principle